All right. Maybe we could use AI images, but we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. I mean, we don't want... I don't mind this kind of grass. Oh, this is pretty good. It's kind of ugly, though. Kind of good, kind of ugly. Kind of ugly. We want something like, because it's sort of an icon, we would like something like this, but with bigger circles. Maybe we can just zoom in on it. Right? I mean, maybe this is fine. Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is fine. We'll see how it is. The background's ugly, though. I want to color replace. Like, I want a, what are they doing to fucking Photoshop, dude? Oh, this is so horrible. Like, why is that so small? Oh my God, it's slower than ever before. And distracting and awful. Like, why not just make the icons bigger and more colorful so I can tell what the fuck they are? Like, why do you have to have a black and white icon that your stupid ass designer decided is good? Unbelievable. Get some good dancing in. Yeah, I left a little early because I'd had enough, but it was good. All right, we're just going to try to do a select because I don't know how to do a color replace that's better. I guess you can, like, I kind of do, but it would take me too long to remember. Where's the fucking magic wand? Like, could you guys stop aliasing all these? Like, we have enough screen real estate. Just put them next to each other. Like, why are they still like this? Oh my God. Okay, this is going to be fucking horrible. Let's see. I said, is that really not within 32? What? All right. Obviously, we should have gone AI image generator. Wait, it went back. It reset the setting to contiguous. Why do they keep breaking this program? All right, this is a disaster. Does not look good. No, I turned off contiguous earlier, and then I clicked away from it and clicked back, and contiguous was back on. Okay. I don't know, guys. I hate this. I don't know. Maybe we'll try an AI here. For now, we're just going to use this, and then it'll be horrible, and we'll replace it later. Like, why did it take that long to do that? Oh God, you have to use fucking export. Fuck you! This is taking so much longer than it should. All right. Now in the manifest, do we not have anything for this? Oops. Oh, tell me what textures you use for level ratings. Oops, yeah, it's error prone. All right. Okay. Well, that's kind of silly. Happy birthday, Casey. I'm not Casey. That could be good surprise. Is this an AI image? That really looks like an AI image. For some reason. Like the way... Count the fingers. All right. We could use that. Note the multi-ethnic character of all these images. Google. All right. Like, I thought they had earlier made clipboard like work better. Bro. I just never remember. There's an easy way to get it. Oh, there we go. Fixed ratio. Good. Good. Thank you. Do this. We'll crop. We don't want the dude's lips in there. That's gross. We'll have the hot girl, though. Get the dude's lips out of there. Get his nose out of there. All right. This is the correct cropping for this image. All right. No, we can't use save as because Photoshop are idiots. It has to be export PNG. All right. She's kind of hot. What do you mean? What do you mean? All right. Rating pointless. Rating was pointless. Pointless. We need with a good illustration. That's good. Or this one. That looks pretty good, but we already have some circular motifs happening, so maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. This is pretty good, but the background being white is going to be really annoying again. Why do all these have white backgrounds? Like, what? It's not okay to have a white background. This is not as, it's just not as recognizable. I don't know, guys. These are all not. These are all not. I don't want to have the guys hanging themselves. That's very morbid. We need a really good illustration. Right. See, this is why programming takes so long. Is this. Could use this one. It's not very good. Sorry to whoever drew it, but I hate this. I hate this. These are not going to be good either. All right. This is what AI slop was made for. Yeah, we're just going to do this. Done. Ship it. Why can't I go file new? Dude, this program is so shitty. They used to have like new from clipboard in here and they got rid of it. And now it's like multiple steps again. You have to say clipboard, create, and then paste like they used to have it. Okay, we've got just one more. What was it? Natural. We need something for natural. And it needs to not be a woman shaving her legs in the shower. Natural. But it's not natural as in necessarily like nature. Right? I mean, we could do that. We could do that, but it's not really. Swapped rating, connected, and ratings. It doesn't matter. Like in the order of these doesn't matter. Oh, you mean here? Oh, you mean there? All right. Thank you for catching that. I mean, we would have caught it anyway, but catching it earlier is good. That could be our natural icon right there. Oh. I don't know. This is a weird thing where in English the word is used a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Natural gas. That's the biggest propaganda ever. Is the words natural gas. I'll grab some water. Anyone have any idea what this image should be? Jigsaw puzzle piece. That's not a bad idea. Like that, it's fucking white though. Why is every image white? It's because Trump got elected and now everything's racist. Okay, this is terrible. This is not the right way to do this. I don't even know what color burn does. This is gonna look terrible. We could just can you do a frickin' multiply in Photoshop yet? Have they reached the year 1970? Actually, I should just do a paint bucket. Wait, what? What? I set that. I set it. It's gonna look horrible. What? Okay, what? Oh, you gotta set it up here? It doesn't... Can I not go to black, please? Like, how do I just pick the color? Double click. Like, you used to just be able to pick the colors here and it was fine. Top right. Well, no. This is only one color. See, these are my foreground background colors. This is my regular thing. It's this fucking... Why do they ruin everything? Okay. Thank you. Jesus. Okay, that's hella ugly. I mean, it's going to be ugly no matter what. It's better than a white ass thing. Actually, all right. So the background's also too frickin' dark, but whatever. I don't care. This is terrible. Good thing it was 4K across. What are we using this rating design for? That's on like bad design. I don't know. Maybe we'll come up with something better. What do I think about the pirate software guy and how big he is in the software and dev category on Twitch? I am not paying that much attention to that. I don't watch a lot of programming streamers, hardly ever. I don't know. Like, it seemed like he got popular via an initiative of, you know, his people trying to promote the channel, right? So the question is, how many of those people are real? All right. So now we're going to make the words show up 100% of the time. We could also put these opposite each other sometimes, like frustration and magic are probably pairs. And like natural and doesn't make sense. Or natural and contrived, actually. Enjoyed and Snakebird. See, not all of these are pairs, but all right. So we have this considered tooltip. All right. So now this might not be visible enough. Let's see. All of them are one word except doesn't make sense. I mean, come on. If you can think of one word that means the same thing, but don't say nonsense because that doesn't mean the same thing. What the fuck happened to this image? I must be hitting some singularity in the Photoshop PNG. Oh, it's because it's black, and we're either decoding black wrong or they're encoding black wrong. Now, you can't save as because this is modern Photoshop. Never mind that they trained me for years to do save as, and then they fucking rug pulled because they're assholes. Okay. We'll see if that gets better. Surprise is janked too. Yeah, what's going on? Is Photoshop's PNG export broken in 2025? Because I've never had this problem before, and we've been using the same code for years. It's still broken. Maybe that's us. I don't know. This is very weird. Like, it's totally different. Oh, wait, it must be... It must be in a shader now, actually, because these images are old and they weren't messed up before. So we must be doing something in the shader that's new. That doesn't like black. All right, well, we'll deal with that later. At least we tried. Okay. I think this is still clear which ones are picked, right? It's just, I would probably fade these colors a little bit. But like 0.7. Opacity. Okay. Something like that. Okay, wait. I don't think that's doing anything. Oh, it is doing something. Boy, if this music is anything like Doge is going to make the government be, then I regret everything. Holy fuck, this is horrible. Game is everything. All right, let's move them around. We'll swap 1 and 2. And T and Y. This is going to be so bad. Because we have to do it in 2 places. T is contrived, Y is snakebird. One and 2. So communicated and doesn't make sense. Enjoyed, frustrated. I think this is okay. The only thing you might want to do is put the extremes, like try to order them in terms of magnitude, but now I gotta check that I didn't mess up the hotkeys. Alright. We probably shouldn't close this automatically when you press enter anymore. Because I feel like I'll just close it by pressing escape, right?
Let's see. Let's see. Senator Rose, do you, Jody?
I am here. Yes. Can
we throw okay, Vivek? You're good there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you?
Cool. Excellent. Well, this is just space this conversation.
It means whatever we change it to for this build.
It's not meant to be anything big or formal, just kind of an update. I've got little X here in the background. We can also take some questions about Mars and other things if people are interested. All right, we're talking to people on the internet. So let's see. Well, first of all, it's obviously a tremendous honor to be working on Doge, and for this to be something that President Trump recognizes as important enough to include in his inauguration speech. It's worth noting that both Doge and Mars were in the president's inauguration speech, which is very notable because there's a very limited amount of things you can talk about in that speech, and both government efficiency and Mars were prominent elements of the inauguration speech and in the early executive orders as well. So meaning that President Trump takes improving government efficiency very seriously. Obviously, although it is a humorous name, ironically, I think Doge will have a very serious, very serious and significant impact on government waste and fraud and abuse, which is really astonishing in its scale and scope. um, and um, and Senator Ernst actually has been working on this for, I think, perhaps more than a decade. I think a long time, and has uncovered many crazy things. So that's why I invited her to speak, as well as Vivek has been thinking about this for a long time, um, and maybe there'll be some others that come along. But there's already been really tremendous progress. We, rough estimate is that there's at least a few $1 billion a day of savings. Um, now that may sound like a lot, but when you're talking about a federal spending that's 7 trillion, it's actually, we still need to do quite a bit better than we have thus far. Um, so yeah, well, let's see. With that, perhaps Senator Ernst, it'd be great for people to hear from you. I think not that many people have heard from you, and you've been spending more time on this than we have, and it'd be great to hear your thoughts on government waste and efficiency, and things that could be better, and maybe some anecdotes about some of the crazy things you've seen. Hopefully you can hear me. Wow. Oh, might have lost her, unfortunately. Let's see, Vivek, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Perhaps you'd like to say a few things.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to lay the foundation for the first couple of months. You've been kicking ass in the last couple of weeks, and it's been funny to watch the public processing of this, which is basically on the side of eliminating waste, fraud, abuse from the government. And the basic idea of a democracy is that the people we elect to run the government should be the ones who actually make the laws
Yeah,
in Congress,
exactly.
and the bureaucrats have no place in doing it. And so, I guess my question for you is, 2 weeks in now, the thing we're taught is that we have three branches of government, not four.
Right.
What's your experience now, 2 weeks in?
No,
Is there actually a fourth branch of government?
there most definitely is. And this is actually really what Vivek's saying is really goes to the heart of the problem. Um, the in order for us to be a true democracy, a functioning democracy, the government must be responsive to the people. That's literally what democracy means. However, when you have a vast unelected bureaucracy that is not answerable to the public, and where and if the elected officials, if the president, the people in Congress and the Senate actually don't have, if they don't have the power to affect the bureaucracy, and it's actually extremely difficult to affect the bureaucracy, then you do not have rule of the
This
people.
doesn't
You do not
sound
have
like it's going to be
democracy.
very
You have rule
interesting.
of the
If you're already
bureaucracy.
up to date with what's happening,
And
they're
this is
just
obviously wrong. It is
saying normal stuff.
unconstitutional. And it is imperative, therefore, that we return power to the people of the country, and not have tyranny of the bureaucracy, which we most definitely have had to follow to a degree that is absurd. As Vic said, this it's not just that there's an unconstitutional fourth branch of the government, but it is arguably the most powerful branch of the government. Joni, I see you're back. Would you?
Yes, can
Yeah,
you hear me now?
I can. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
I apologize, gentlemen. Yes, it hopped to my laptop. So, I've been working on this for, as Elon said, over a decade now with my Squeal Awards, and there are many in Congress that actually really do care about this. The
Absolutely.
problem, the problem, I think, is there are not enough of us
Yes.
that have paid attention to this, and so while I highlight a lot of the abuses, and you wanted some anecdotes, Elon, and I've shared a number of those with
Well,
you
you've
and
got some zingers,
Vivek.
so it's like I think if the
Oh,
public just like
oh,
it's hard to resonate. It's hard for the public to resonate with statistics because it's sort of like, but people can really resonate with powerful anecdotes.
oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, so do we lose her again? Hopefully not.
I mean,
Oh
Joni had a
yeah.
bunch of them. Yeah, you had a bunch of them, Joni.
Yeah, I did. So, sending kitties to spas to find out whether they produce less fur balls, heck up less fur
Really?
balls. So, yeah, we've spent taxpayer money on that. We put shrimp on a treadmill to see how fast they run. I'm sorry, but, all of these things, while they may be fun, why are we spending taxpayer dollars on them? And it
Right.
goes to the point of we've sent millions of dollars to China to study what? COVID.
Well, yes.
We saw how that
Yes.
ended.
Well, in fact, it's pretty outrageous that the the COVID um, the virus was developed in what is you know like a lab in Wuhan, and yet was funded by U.S. tax dollars,
Hmm.
which was simply routed through this sort of fake nonprofit EcoHealth,
Hmm.
because the government, the U.S. government can't give directly to China, so they just gave to EcoHealth, knowing that it would go to China. So our U.S. tax dollars were used effectively to, in the end, kill Americans, which is insane.
Absolutely insane. And I know, Elon, you have been on USAID. You
Yes,
have really, and so
that's the
this
hornet's nest for sure.
this was another one of my efforts.
Yes.
And this began years ago, when we were trying to figure out what they were doing with our American taxpayer dollars that were going to support humanitarian efforts in Ukraine. So I wanted to know exactly how those dollars were being spent, and
Right.
not
A
just in.
reasonable request.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I shared this with you earlier, Elon, just privately, but we got all kinds of threats from USAID because I was trying to exercise my oversight capacity in Congress. So
I mean,
they,
that's just shocking. I mean, it's
oh,
how I mean, honestly, it's outrageous that a taxpayer-funded organization would threaten a U.S. senator uh, who is simply trying to figure out if American taxpayer money is being spent correctly and not fraudulently.
yes. And so what my staff and I had estimated was that 30 to 40% of the USAID's awards would go to indirect costs. So their overhead, their rents,
That's a
employees,
hell
things
of a
like that.
rent.
Oh,
What are they
so
living in, the Taj
but
Mahal?
hey, but Vivek, okay, but get this. But okay, after months and months and months of obstruction where USAID wouldn't let us in, they told us the NICRA, the negotiated indirect cost rate agreements, it's a lot of, government jargon. But anyway, the indirect cost, they said that the database, oh, it doesn't exist. That was a
What?
lie. That was a lie. It was false
Yes.
because we found it. And then we were
Okay.
told we weren't allowed to access the database. And then that's when Congressman McCall and I came together and we launched an official congressional investigation so that we could gain access to the rates.
Wow.
And then after about 6 more months of negotiations, then my staff was finally allowed to access very limited data. They were allowed to go into a room and they couldn't take notes. They were on camera the whole time. They couldn't remove any of the information. But what my staff found is you were laughing at that 30 to 40% because that is outrageous. That was understated.
What?
In some of the cases, the NICRA rates were upwards towards anywhere from 50 to 60%. And that doesn't include the cost for subcontractors, what the subcontractors were adding on. So this is the problem with USAID. And that's why, Elon, I'm with you on this
Thank you.
because so much of that taxpayer money is not even going to, we love to feel good about helping starving children and name your country. but it's not going there.
It's
It's
not.
going
That's
to
a
pay
total lie.
rents in Paris.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
going to support somebody's fancy dinner to
100%.
entertain whoever.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So, to be clear, in shutting down, which we're in the process of doing, shutting down USAID, the reason for that, as opposed to simply, trying to do some minor house cleaning, is that as we dug into USAID, it became apparent that what we have here is not an apple with a worm in it, but we have actually just a bowl of worms. And so at the point at which you don't merely, like, if you've got an apple and it's got a worm in it, maybe you can take the worm out. But if you've got actually just a bowl of worms, it's hopeless. And USAID is a bowl of worms.
Mm-hmm.
There is no apple. And when there
Mm-hmm.
is no apple, this you've just got to basically get rid of the whole thing. That is why
No,
it's got to
agreed.
go. You know,
So,
it's beyond repair. So yeah.
There's
well,
a solution to this, which is that let's say something's cut that the people of this country just demand needs to exist again. It can always be voted back into existence
Exactly.
via Senator Ernst and her colleagues, and
100%. Totally.
the fact that that isn't going to happen reveals
Exactly.
exactly why many of these agencies, really, deletion is the only answer that's left.
Well,
mm,
yes. Well
It's
said,
beyond
Vivek.
time to do
That's
it.
exactly
Yeah.
right. If it turns out we really need such an organization in the future, we just create it. Problem solved.
By the people.
Yes,
Yeah.
by the people, answerable and answerable to the people and to the people's elected representatives.
mm-hmm.
That is the way that government is supposed to work.
That I agree, and more transparency.
Yes.
Sunshine is the best disinfectant out there.
And they hate
And
sunshine. That tells you something.
yes. So, we need to be able to exercise our oversight, and this is where we have been blocked so long in Congress. I mean, you can go onto my official website on the internet.
Yep.
You can look through my priorities, go to my squeal area. You can go back. I've got the last several years on there of efforts, whether it's USAID, NIH, the National
Yep.
Institutes of Health, those taxpayer dollars that were going to China's Wuhan Institute of Virology, um, SNAP overpayments through USDA and the states.
Yep.
I mean, you name it. Just even uh, my back to work report,
Yep.
the out of the office that we've talked so much about.
Yes.
And on day one, the president came in and said, "Hey, everybody back to work."
Yeah.
I don't think most Americans understand that only 6% of our federal workforce shows up to work in the office every single day. Only 6%.
Yes,
And
absolutely. It's truly insane. In fact, and one of the most insane things I've seen was that I was speaking with hopefully our soon to be Attorney General Pam Bondi, and
Mhm.
she was telling me that uh, the uh, um, the U.S. engraving is actually, I guess, which used to be the U.S. Mint, which is actually a building that is an historic building, actually a beautiful building, it's here in D.C. and the windows are all broken and is turned into a homeless encampment. That means like this. Nobody,
Ugh.
it's somebody like this. No one comes to work to such a degree that this beautiful building has all the windows broken and is turned into a homeless encampment in downtown D.C. That's how absurd it is. It's beyond belief.
Yeah, and that's why so many of
All
these
right.
buildings, if
I'm
we
uh
could repopulate them.
I'm gonna shut that off. That's kind of boring. Um, it's all good. It's also annoying. The argument is why is the argument weird? The virus wasn't. He didn't say to kill America. If you're going to be that dumb, you're going to get timed out. I'm sorry. He didn't say to kill Americans. He said it did kill Americans. God, if you're going to be like, you have to try to understand what people are saying. If you don't, that's fine if you keep it to yourself. But if you're going to bother me with your intentional misunderstandings of what other people are saying, I just don't have time for it. And the reason I have such a short fuse about this stuff is because I've lived through, at this point, over a decade of fucking idiots in the game industry, like yelling these things at me, like intentionally misunderstanding and calling me evil for trying to not intentionally I'm so sick of it. Trying to ruin my life for like just trying to be a moderately not unintelligent person. It was very clear what he said. He did not say that it was an intentional conspiracy to kill Americans. He didn't say that at all. So just go away with that. Oh my God. I have so no, like, that's like the ultimate, you know, the meme about saying, I like pancakes. Oh, so you hate waffles? That's like the weaponized, intentionally weaponized version of it. And like, you just have to not tolerate people who do it. And if they did it unintentionally, it's too bad. Like, the information space is too polluted to tolerate that kind of misunderstanding. So if you're just going to if you're not going to upgrade your thought process to stop having that kind of misunderstanding, we just can't listen to you anymore. Because the problem is, if we allow it, then people who are intentionally misunderstanding get to weaponize that. And we just don't have the time or energy for that. Like, we saw what that did to the country over the past 10 years. It was horrible. So, you know, I'm sorry if that was unintentional, but I have to treat things like what they look like, right? And if it looks like the extremely cynical strategy that has been employed by this particular team to do a particular thing, then I just have to treat it like it is, because, you know, that's the like, the left will tell you that it's all about like word war and controlling terminology and controlling concepts, and you just have to not let people do that. Yeah, here's the thing. Usually misinterpretations are bad faith, but the problem is some of them aren't, right? Some of them honestly aren't bad faith, but some of the ones that aren't bad faith, a good fraction of the ones that aren't bad faith, is just that person has never been required to stop doing that. Like, if society just turns around and says, no, it's not acceptable for you to misunderstand in that way, then a lot of people will stop doing it. Now, but the other problem is, if you treat them as honest misunderstandings, even when they are honest misunderstandings. Now, I have to put a great deal of time and energy into discussing the honest misunderstanding in a gentlemanly and kind and patient way. And the problem is, if I allow myself to do that, that is weaponized by the other side, has been weaponized for years. And so you actually can't allow yourself to do that. And it's not your fault. It's like the fault of the people who use that as a weapon. It means that you just can't be nice to that anymore. You know, it's like when the CIA went to various countries and pretended to be healthcare workers giving people vaccines and instead did CIA shit. And like, now people don't want to get vaccines from healthcare workers. And it's like, okay, but that's the CIA's fault, you know? It's not the healthcare workers' fault. You can kind of tell when someone does it unintentionally. You can, in a full bandwidth conversation, like if they're in person, you could probably tell. But like when it's lines of text on the internet from people who don't fucking punctuate or capitalize their sentences or often don't even spell out entire words, it's very hard to tell. And so just treat it what it looks like. It's weaponized constantly on the internet. Right, but that's my point is you just need a shield against that. You need to not read it. You need to not respond to it. You need to just ban it completely because it's too stupid to bother with. Cliff, that's right. Throw it off the cliff. That does not mean anyone particular is responsible for correcting them. No. It's for people who make honest mistakes. They'll get the cue eventually that this is not acceptable and that they have to change, right? It's like if you want to get a girlfriend, like nobody else is responsible for getting you a girlfriend. You have to do it. If you ban it, 95% of political pundits will get banned. But that'll be great. That'll be great. And this might be in the process of happening, right? So you saw during this last election what a much bigger impact long form podcasts and discussions had, right? Where people could just like explain what they mean in great detail and not get sabotaged in the middle by someone interrupting their sentence after 3 words and intentionally misconstruing it. And I think if we continue to support that kind of intelligent and honest, discourse, then I think society will have much less tolerance for what has been this like TV news dishonest gotcha format, right? And I think that'll be good for everybody. I'm trying to think about, so here's the thing, when you're using this playtest window, a lot of the time I feel like you're going to solve a level. Here's what I don't get. Do we put like more stuff on it? Like you're going to solve a level and we don't pop this up by default anymore. So you'll be like on the next level or you'll be on the overworld. And so we might say at the top, like, this is for a particular level. I'm not sure I want to do that. I started putting this stuff in so that we could do that, but then now I feel like it's going to be confusing. So maybe people just have to do this before the level ends. I don't know. Which for the negative ones, I think most of the time you would do it before the level ends. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do about this interactively. When does it show now? Well, it used to pop up when the level ended, but I don't think I want to do that. And so you pop it up during the level, right? But if you like, I do feel like it's kind of natural to like finish a level, and then you're like, I don't know why he doesn't attack that. That's weird. Maybe it's just a toggle at the top that's like previous level, current level. Maybe. I just don't want it to be complicated to use. Maybe because it's bedtime for me. I just don't want to think about that right now. Like, and we could default it. Like, if you haven't done that many moves since the level ended, we could like default it to previous level. It's just I feel like it's gonna get confused sometimes, and I don't want it to be confused. The good thing about popping up at the end every time, you know what if we do just pop it up at the end every time? Maybe it's more important right now to collect this information accurately than it is to I don't know. What do you think about this? So you think it's not a big deal. Let's just try it then, because and then we could maybe modify this because I do want to get this kicked off, right? So let's just I'll go back to the way it was, which is why is loading these shaders taking so goddamn long? Like, what is the game even doing, dude? Yeah, let's just switch that back, and then I'll sleep on it. What was it? Open level rating. Okay, wait. Did I not ever change that anyway? Maybe it still pops up. I thought I stopped it from popping up. Let's see. European course. European course. I'm free! Finally. Oh no, it does pop up. So maybe this is fine. Maybe we're done for now. Maybe we're done for now. All right. Let's commit, and I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go to bed. Tweaks to level ratings. All right, so I guess the main thing is I'm just going to play through the game some tomorrow and just try to catch any problems early on. And in theory, everyone on the team sort of did that recently too. So maybe I don't even have to do that too much. There's some sanity checking commands I can run and all that, but maybe we'll be delivering value to the playtesters tomorrow. Oh, I also just got to get Steam uploading a playtest build. That's not a good thing for me to do on this stream because every time we upload a build, it kills the internet. So that's not great. I commented out something out related to the pop-up thing. I don't know what that means. You might be thinking of, well, no. You might be thinking of the thing that I commented out, which was pressing enter used to open a different dialogue, like a little comment dialogue, and now it's always going to open this. But that's fine. It's just a little bit of streamlining. Although I could put that back. Yeah, let's just put it back. Let's just put it back. This thing, is this what you're talking about? This might be better. Yeah, if so the reason I changed that was there might be okay, before we end the stream there might be a little bug. So now we do this, which is just a text box, but it's automatically focused, which is nice. And then you can go to here if you want to do this from the middle of the level or whatever. But you don't have to, because if you exit, I think we'll go to the thing. Maybe not. Maybe I'll think about that tomorrow. So I think there's a bug here. No? I thought... No, I guess it's fine. That's weird. Okay, so I think we're doing this event twice somehow. Like I'm picking contrived all the time. This is the kind of thing that I really don't want to spend time on, but it's kind of bad. There we go. See that? All right. You know, I mean, this is just for 2 people right now. We shouldn't spend forever. It's much more important to spend effort on the game. But I'm a little worried. Let me just check this click thing. Rating button. Let's just put a little bit of a thing in it. So, try that. Black shader thing is fine here. I do not know who that is. Are you someone working on the game who I don't know your username? When I'm looking at it here, what does here mean? I meant the level. It looks broken to me. Oh, you mean a different level, like the heroes level? Okay, so first of all, now my escape key isn't working. Okay, we did get rid of the double click. Okay, now the escape key is working. That, I don't know what was going on with that. So you're saying here. It's still broken. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if that press submit. I don't think it pressed submit as it was coming up, but it might have. Like, I think it was more like the mode was retracting, right? I mean, we set target to 1 here. So maybe it was. This is not really what you want to do if you're trying to make very high quality UI code, but this is for a simple thing. Okay, wait, this is not. Where do we update this? This is only on these buttons. Level rating T. All right, let's do that. Nope. No, build, please. It's time to build. First frame. Yeah, I mean, basically that's what this is. Sneakbird Complete is the best version of the game. I mean, I never played Snakebird Complete because I played Snakebird Primer and I hated it. Like, Snakebird is a good game in a lot of ways, is just not good at communicating and being focused and all these things. Snakebird Primer is just Snakebird with the difficulty turned to easy, at which point there's literally no reason to play the puzzles and they're all trivial. So I don't like, if you actually look on the sales on Steam, which is interesting, usually you would think an easier game should do better. Snakebird Primer did horribly. It did way worse than Snakebird. Because there's no point in playing any of the fucking levels. Alright. With that, I'm going to go to bed. And yeah, I'll play through the game tomorrow. I'll enable that for myself and play through some stuff, and we'll make sure that nothing goes haywire. And yeah. Dragon. Okay, we have to Dragon Sweeper. I've been guilted into Dragon Sweeper. All right. We haven't played in days. We haven't played. All right. See, Dragon Sweeper infinite loops on us now. Because the level generation is written in JavaScript. All right. Boom, boom. I need my sound effects. All right. Oh, let's just get Rat King. Who doesn't want Rat King when it just gives it to you, right? That's great. Okay, one corner squared away. Let's try and figure out where this guy is. So he's in one of these two squares, right? Can't tell from this rat, but we can tell from this rat. So he basically has to be here, right? There's no other square, I think. And then this one, he's in one of these. He's still... Oh, that didn't disambiguate anything. Sad. All right. Oh, well, now we know. Let's just get this guy, right? Or we know these add up to 4. So we can get more mileage. And we found a heart. That's great. These add up to 6. All right. All right. These add up to 2. Got them. 4, 3 actually. Got them. 3, and we have 1, so got them. Freebie. We found Cornholio. All right. So you have 7 hit points, which means we could go here. The thing is, I don't want to be down here. I want to be up here or over here. Ugh. Alright, so these are 7 up here. Or 8. We can just go here. 4. That's great. Now, 36. So the 8s have got to be up here, right? Like, that's the only way that that happens. $401. Oh, by the way, there's only... Dude, I can't wait till a version that lets me do it better. Okay, 401. Levi's 401 jeans. 108. And then there's another 6 down here. Now the 8s. This is the only place the 8s could be if they're here. But there's not that. They're either here or they're like here. Which we could know if we eat this heart, but we don't want to eat this heart. I don't want to eat this heart. I don't want to eat this heart. Is there really a new version? Yeah, in development. Okay, so we have 103. These add up to 4. Got them. Okay. 24. These add up to 24. Got it. All right. Gamer. Okay, so that corner is clear. These add up to 3. Oh no, 2. 106, 107. So not that, so she's there. She is down there. These add up to 8. So we're kind of chilling. We kind of just want to expose Cornholio now. Right? We don't really have a lot of other concerns. We just need Cornholio to happen. All right, we're down to 3. All right. 10 hit points. Got him. There's 106 here somewhere. Some pretty high numbers. Mimic must be here, huh? Let's just get this guy. Fuck him. All right. These add to 3. We cannot do yet. All right. Okay. This is a no cornholio zone. Oh no, that's the 4. Sorry. I got excited. That's a 6. Ugh. That hurt. Okay. Cornholio. Oh, I could have gone for the lady, dude. Oh, I screwed up. I screwed up. That's fine. We'll get her slightly later. Mimic is in here. Right there. Oh God. Got him. This is sad. If only I had done this. Dude, I almost clicked on one of these instead of the heart. Wouldn't that have been really hilarious? All right. So we're a heart behind than if I had done this at the time that I should have done it. All right. It's fine. Okay, one of these is the mimic. Oh, it's this one. Because this is 7. Yeah. Got him. Got him. All right, let's just get the mimic out of there. Get back to the lobby. Back to the mimic lobby. All right, so now we're just chilling. Two level ups in a row. We like that. Oh, I never did this one, guys. It's fine. That wouldn't have mattered, probably. Okay. Are we really out of hearts? Are we that low on hearts? What is happening? We can't be actually out of hearts. What? Maybe we can. I don't know. I haven't played this game in days, guys. I think we're fine. I mean, are we fine? We have no hearts left. What happened? Did he change the thing to give you one less heart? We can't level unless... What? Did I do that badly this game? Did I eat an extra heart when we weren't looking? Bottom one. Oh, bottom one is a heart. I miscounted. Okay, you're right. You're right. Thank you. I was really stymied there. Easy clap. Easy game. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.